time. GC, you know, hey, I believe in us. Don't nobody else do, I do. Let's get it. Look, I believe in us. And even when they doubt, still I believe in us. And yeah, right now we're down, but soon I see us up. While the world seem like they hate us, I'm still pleased with us, cause I believe in us. And yeah, I know that we at the bottom of the totem pole. In the odds, they stay against us in this place that we call home. And everybody but us got some shit that they can call their own. And we're on the thing, but when we get some cash, yeah, we just blow it away. Wait, I could go all day speaking on flaws and all this shit. We came from slavery, damn, they gave us all our flaws, but things are changing. I feel us changing, I feel like we're waking up to the smell of greatness. It's been the witness, who I can damn near taste it. We reading in between the lines, more can see than I'm blind. We running out of Uncle Tom, checking crackers when they get up out of line. Like, ooh, look at us, they're like, who we think we are? You know exactly who I am, I'm God, don't act like you forgot. You know that I believe in us, and even when they doubt, still I believe in us. And yeah, right now we're down, but soon I see us up. While the world seem like they hate us, I'm still pleased with us, cause I believe in us, and all we need is love, wisdom and understanding. Yeah, receive the judgment, hating all of the slander they deceive in us. So I'm here to let you know, they say fuck what they say about you, they know that our people don't like. Look at what we've been through, look at all we've been through, look at what we go through, but we always somehow get through. Turn this shit to sugar look like magic if you use the silver spoons, but we ain't never really had a choice, so that's just something that we do. Nothing new, nothing spooky, singly. We do us, y'all can't do we. Y'all stay trying to keep us sleep, but we caught up on most IZs, wide awake. More wake up like day by day, we screaming together, we stand. Fist to the sky like it's a new day, you know. We came from nothing, now we rise and shine, I know you're hoping. And planning to somehow just keep us down, but nah, that's over. Like, ain't that right? Put it on my life, now that's on my soul. Cause I know I'm right. Stand for the brothers trying to be a father. Stand for the mothers that'll ride or die. Trying to make a way for the future leaders. Together, we gon' be alright. I know plenty brothers that'll get their life, that be down for war like they Leonidas. All just to see their people smile. Shit, that's the goal, and it's worth the fight. And I believe in us. And even when they doubt, still I believe in us. And yeah, right now we're down, but soon I see us up. While the world seem like they hate us, I'm still pleased with us. Cause I believe in us, and all we need is love, wisdom and understanding. Yeah, receive the judgment, hating all of the slander they deceive in us. So I'm here to let you know, say fuck what they say about you, they know that our people do. Family good, you good, we good. Hey look, we gonna be alright, we gonna make it. I just keep working. GC, you know, one time.
What's going on, everybody? Y'all give me a second. Let me give I got to give the Bible a call right quick. All right. What's going on, man? How you doing today?
I'm good. I can't hear you too well, man.
You can't hear me? It's the way we always it's the way we always do it. We're gonna have to figure out how to get you to come on the panel so it don't always be a phone call. I think that'll be great. We're trying to wait till a few people get in here. Right now we got one. We're gonna wait for a couple to come in.
Okay. Today is Sunday, April the 7th.
It's yeah, April 7th, 2024, Sunday, April 7th. Those numbers mean anything?
I didn't hear you.
I say that number mean anything? 47? That mean anything?
Well, 7 is a very person is a very private person if they're born on today. They also might be a little heavy in weight.
They might be heavy in weight?
Yeah. Then again, no, but I'm just saying, give or take, it might have a little bit of meat on it.
Oh, okay.
Not an insult or derogatory remark. It's the fact that 7 is the number of the moon. But the fact of it is that they might not be, depending upon their certain health conditions, because we're in Aries, and Aries is something that's fire.
Okay.
So therefore, they might not be that heavy. That depends upon, like I tell people, where certain planets might be located. and how they carry themselves, what they do with themselves, has a lot to do with the fact of what we see. I saw a gentleman today, he's 80 years old, he was very good condition. I didn't ask him his birthday or anything like that, but he was in very good condition.
Okay.
He can walk straight.
I don't know if that's your phone or my phone. When you speak, it's a lot of like static.
Could be the connection there.
Okay, that is better right there. What's going on, Bawana?
Okay.
Bawana say 7 is his number, and he say he's not heavy, he losing weight.
Okay.
Well, that means you were heavy then, Bawana. That's why you losing weight. But what's going on, Bawana Hagaziki?
What's his birthday?
He said, when your birthday, Bawana? Oh, they can hear you. They can hear you. Y'all can hear him, right? Yeah, he can hear you because he came in and said something about he ain't heavy.
What's his birthday? 7th of what?
7th of November.
Okay, he's a water number. I've got quite a few interesting people born that birthday. That's Scorpio in the house.
You say that's a water number?
Scorpio is a fixed sign. Fixed signs don't flex too easy. In other words, I want things my way. They don't like change too easy.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people sometimes put Scorpio in the hands of liking a lot of sex, and that's not necessarily so. They're very in-depth people into metaphysics. That comes very naturally. And listening to me, or should I say you and I have a conversation about whatever we talk about on a metaphysical plane is a very natural thing for him. Even if he doesn't understand it, prescribe to it, subscribe to it, it comes like with the territory. He likes to read, if not read, meditate. He likes quiet places. He's private. He don't like to be very only people in his business. Might be very neat.
Bawana say you the real deal. So if anybody out there want to come on the chat, want to come and talk to Bob on your own, Pi Benny. I call him Bob. He don't like to be called that.
Yeah, I'm proud Benny.
If anybody want to come up and talk to him, y'all can come up. Just let me know, and I'll put the link in the chat.
I've been looking at these numbers for a long time. I was looking at numbers even before I learned, or someone taught me about numbers. They're interesting, and they hold true. They definitely hold true. Your name, they're alphabets and numbers. All that.
Oh, okay.
The gentleman was November the 7th. You don't want people in this business like this. It's very neat, very orderly. This is cool. If he's losing weight, be mindful. Tell him, you check with the doctor to make sure your health is all right. I'm not asking age, but, you might be aware of the fact he's probably thinking or has already thought of in the process of changing his diet.
Yeah. Well, why are you in the process of changing your diet? Thought about changing your diet? I'm finna put the link in the chat. Probably, and he gonna come up and he gonna talk to you. He wanna talk to you.
Okay.
And I want you, after y'all finish talking, I'm gonna let y'all talk. After y'all finish talking and hold y'all conversation, and answering questions. I want us to talk. I want us to get back to the basic where you started when you came on, so people can understand. We have to go over the same thing sometimes about the importance of like the bath. That I got. I understand it, right? I know what it is. I know what it did for me. But we're gonna discuss it after later. Since he want to come up and talk to you. I ain't gonna take his time. The link in the chat now, but Juana, I don't know if you see it. There he is.
Okay,
Bawana, go ahead.
Shout out Big Bro Bakari. Benny.
He can't hear you. Hold on. He can't hear you. I want him to be able to hear you. Okay, yeah. Go ahead now. Speak now, Bawana.
Yeah. So Benny.
I don't know. Now
and talk and tripping and mentioning certain things.
I know. Hold on, Bawana.
Oh man.
Man, I don't want to unhook my mic, but that's what I'm gonna have to do. Now, give me a second. It's having technical difficulty. Speak again, Bawana. Let me see something before I unhook my mic.
Just, Bakari, tell him what I'm telling you.
No,
Just
hold
tell
up
him
one
what I'm
second.
telling
Let
you.
me see.
Oh goodness, this important too. This is an important thing. This is important, Bakari.
Pravini. Go ahead, Bawana. Go ahead and speak now.
Yeah, tell him this. Just tell him this, Bakari. Tell him this. He has said several things to me. Several things to me that it,
I can hear him talk, but I can't hear him clearly.
Okay, so I'll explain what he said. That's why I said we're gonna have to figure out how to get you on the link on the panel. But I'll
Hopefully, you can
explain
hear
what
me
he said
now.
to you, Pravini. Go
Hopefully,
ahead,
you can hear
start
me
over.
now.
What you say? What you say, Bawana? What you
I
want me to
said
tell
that
him?
I could tell him this. He has said several things on this panel in reference to what I'm actively doing right now that has been 100% accurate. Even with the food business, I'm saying to myself, how does this man know this? How does this man know this? I have went to the hospital. I went to the doctor to get a checkup. The doctor has told me that my blood pressure is a little bit high. I need to change my diet. I'm currently trying to change my diet, eating one meal a day. It's crazy. But I'm saying this. Pa Benny has also said this. He said that if I want to understand what he understands, I need to go to the source. Go to Africa, go to Nigeria. This is the only reason why I have not necessarily tried to reach out to him directly, because he's gave me instructions on what I need to do directly. So that's what I'm currently saving up money to do right now.
Ask what country does he come from? Does he come from South Carolina or another country?
No, he can hear you. Can you understand him? Because he can hear you. I got it on speaker. Can you understand what he's saying? Pravini?
I'm asking him a question. I heard you come from South Carolina or from another country?
No, I'm from the Bahamas, brother.
Come from where?
Bahamas.
Bahamas. Okay. It's another country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little country. Yes.
Okay, listen. Let me put it to you like this. I've been doing this or what I've been doing since back in God, must have been 1960, before some of y'all came on the planet. I first heard a man by the name of Olatunji. You can look on in what do you call on YouTube. Babatunde Olatunji. He had a record album called Drums of Passion. And when he played Akiwawa Alaka Ye, it resonated with me. I understood. I didn't understand what he was saying, but I heard the words before. We come back into this life many times. It's not the first time we're coming here. Me studying and doing what I'm doing is not the first time. It's the first time in this incarnation. I put it like that. When I say what you need to do in terms of going to Africa, Africa's not going to teach you numerology. They're not going to teach you astrology. And whoever you get, if you find the right person, it takes time for them to even open up like a flower to you. Because these are secrets. And when I say secret, I mean secrets. I can't tell you that enough. I've had teachers stop teaching me because unlike a sponge, I understand so much, I hear and I feel so much. It shut off. It stopped. I had a fellow, God rest his soul, he was showing me Kremlin photography. As he explained it, I'm looking at him. And then he did something. He said, now, can you see this? And I started talking to him. Yes, I can see so and so and so and so and so. And he turned, he looked at me, he said, have you ever done this before? I said, no. That was the last time I had that lesson. Or last time I think I even saw him and to talk to me. People do not open up. You're number 7, so therefore you dream a lot. Some things will come to you almost automatically. You have to open yourself. Like with Bakari, I gave him a narrative. Since I gave Bakari that bath, because I just wanted to check it out, Nigeria has changed their whole money system where, let's say I could get something for a nickel, now I have to pay almost 50 cents for it. Same product. And that's God's truth. Everything is now going up. Why? Because they don't want the American dollar, the Yankee dollar, to overpower their dollar. In other words, if you've heard of the number, I'm jumping a little bit, but Muammar Gaddafi, they killed him. He was a man in Libya. They said, strong man. That was his home. He did what he did there. They killed Muammar Gaddafi because he wanted to unite the African dollar. Whatever Africa was based on, he wanted to unify all the African countries. They killed Muammar Gaddafi. Just like they killed not Muhammad. Just anybody in any kind of place of power.
MLK, Martin Malcolm X. They got rid of Marcus Garvey over here. Yes, I understand. Go ahead. I ain't cutting you off. I'm just giving some names. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. They even did Prince and Michael Jackson. Why? I don't know. Dr. Sebi, I met him once. I not just once, a few times. At the time, Dr. Sebi, before my mind could understand, they killed Sebi. So once you start to learn things, and you see, you keep secrets, you keep your mouth shut, you'd be good. But then you say, how can you help mankind? Or what would you do? You might not do anything, but absorb the knowledge in this lifetime and might get in certain ways, and then this one I understand so much. And at the same time, I say I understand nothing. Vast. It's deeper than the ocean and wider and deeper than the sky you can see.
Okay. Yeah. So did you hear? I'm sorry, I thought you stopped. So let me ask you, did you hear him when he was telling you was right about so many things about what you said about him? Even what you said about the doctor, he said he's going to the doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he is searching with himself for himself. See, I don't remember how you pronounce his name, but I just say the gentleman from Bahamas. He's searching for himself, but he's an African. He's over here in these United States. He has not forgotten and cannot speak any other language besides his mother's tongue. But I heard it. He's an African in America looking to understand himself. Even he came here for an opportunity. Or people that came here, like so many people come from abroad for the opportunities that they have here. But at the same time, what you do is you compromise your health. Health is always an issue over in this country because it's a business. If I give you something, Bakari, and I help you, I'm going to give you something to help you. Anybody, algorithm to help, I'm going to help the person. Is it a business? Yes and no, because what I do, I have to give back to the spirit. It's not just dingling in my pocket. I have to do for myself also. So therefore, if I tell you $1, half of that dollar, I'm just using those words, but I'm not going to use the actual. I have to buy and get something for myself to clear myself. I have to sit down and eat, whatever. So sometimes the price might be, oh my God, that's so much. But to help somebody spiritually, you must. If not, I'll deteriorate myself. I don't want to do that. But anytime I tell you something, or say I'm going to do something for you, you put your money on it. I've done it. I'm going to do it. It's done. And you might say, well, I got to do that again. I said, well, you don't have to, but every morning you get up and you go to the bathroom, think about it. Every morning you get up, you have to do something in that bathroom. You wash yourself or whatever, you're going to do something. So certain things are going to be repetitive, period. You're going to do them. Deal with the spiritual realm, you have to do that constantly. Because they're helping you, they want. Okay? Before I went out yesterday, I had to do a few things. If they give an issue something, I had to do this, I had to do that. Then I went out and I was good. I was good. I started to meet people, this, that, and things started to flourish around me. One time I gave a man, I make incense sometimes if I get the right oil, and I gave this man a stick of incense, just a piece, because I was giving him a sample. And he was selling things. This was in Harlem, USA. He was walking in the street selling things. The moment I reached to him to give him this lighted incense, people came to him out of nowhere. And my eyes opened up and he looked at me. All I could do was shrug my shoulders because I had no clue. What I did was go through whatever dimension. I don't know how many of you guys have seen Captain Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange. I'm like a big kid looking at that. Looking at Doctor Strange in the multiverse. I'm not talking about this new one, but the first one. And it was that kind of an episode, almost like a Doctor Strange thing, when I gave him that incense. Everything opened up. He just turned around and looked at me. He said, man, I want something. I said, you got it. I never saw him again. No bad thing. But I learned to listen to the voice inside of me. So November number 7, you have to quiet yourself and listen. I'll talk to you, explain things to you, but there's things you need to bathe in, there's things you need to do, blah, blah, to really start to open things up for you.
Yes, yes. No. I hear that. Let me go, Bakari. I'll click off in a minute. I hear that, brother Pa Benny. Like I say, there are many things that you would have mentioned to me. I'm not even a believer in kind of spiritual things. Brother Bakari will tell you. But some things you say to me is so accurate, I can't ignore it. These are things that I can't ignore. I'm saying, well, how is it that this man knows these things? So I'm saying to you that the brother is the real deal, under the sound of my voice. I have different issues when the brother says that we're the original Hebrews and all that kind of madness. But when he's getting down home to making certain predictions and saying certain things, man, I'm saying to myself, how does this man know these kinds of things? And like Brother Bakari will tell you, I'm not the biggest spiritualist in the world, but I believe that you are the real deal. And anyone who's under the sound of my voice, you all know how I am with certain things. And the fact that this man is very detailed in some of the things that he says in terms of my life, I can't. It's not. What can I say? But I'm not gonna hog up the microphone. I know someone is mentioning their date and time, so I'll just let them go, Brother Bakari. I appreciate the time, brother.
No problem, man. You're always welcome, Bawana. My tether brothers from other places. The tethers, y'all always welcome over here, man. Hey, look, Pa Benny, we have another birthday in the chat. What's up, Anuli, baby? How you doing? September 23.
September 23. That, I believe, is a Libra. That's the number 5. That person will look younger than they actually are if they're taking care of themselves. Their health is good. They didn't do drugs, they didn't do work and all that. They're number 5, and they look young. They have to be mindful of believing everything somebody tells them. Sometimes they can be very gullible. I don't know how old this person is, but when they were younger, they liked older people. When they get older, they like younger people. Okay? They can also when I say don't drink, don't this, don't that, it's ruled by the 5 senses. So that person would like to sample certain things in life. Okay? Very artistic. And I say artistic, very, and a decorative form could be like to wear certain clothes, a certain thing, the apartment, a house, a certain way, look a certain way, look like somebody went in there and painted stuff, and it looks that good. They have to be mindful though, and sex is not a cardinal sin, even though people like to say it is, but the appetite is there. And number 5, the feeling. If they don't eat a lot, they look at something to stimulate that which is central inside of themselves. Food can be central. A lot of things can be central. Sex can be central, of course. It depends. The number 5, Libra. Very attractive person, not hard on the eye. That person might not think so, but that person will have people being attracted to them. That person should be mindful of people that are born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th. Could be a parent, could be a sibling, or could have been a mate, because 5 and 8 are oppositions. In other words, it's like oil and vinegar. Okay? The same with somebody born on the 3rd, the 30th, the 12th, or the 21st. They might be drawn to that person, but at the same time, there's always overloading the circuit. Don't know what I'm fussing about. Why do we have a fight like this, that, and the other? That can. So that's the 23rd.
That's the
Smart
23rd.
person.
Smart person.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Ramming the Bush, Cassandra? Do you want to drop your birthday, month, and day? We ain't doing it yet. We just doing the month and day if you want. We got Baba going over some things. He just hit Bawana in the head with some stuff. The newly. So if you want to drop yours in there, see if he's right about you. But he's on point, and I'm telling you. Oh, November 7th.
November 7th? Or you said 2nd?
7, number 7.
The same as the other gentleman.
The same as Bawana? Okay. I don't think she was in here, so you're going to have to tell her. She wasn't in the chat yet.
Okay. That person could have been an only child, wasn't an only child, I won't say lonely child, but a person who was very much to themselves and can still be their own best friend. I don't need you to play with me. I can play by myself. Can entertain themselves. Okay, I don't need a whole group of people to do that. That person also would have to be mindful of their diet. Why? Because that number 7 is the number of the moon, and the moon controls the water. Now, everybody born on the 7th is not the same, but as they get older, all bodies change. Everybody's body is not going to be the same as it was 30, 40 years ago. But it depends upon where the other planets are situated with that person. Person might like to read, and say read, might like novels, might like different things, like private time. Listening, coming to your show, you're talking about spiritual things. Very in tune. Might not let the world know how she feels about spiritual things, and still might not be thoroughly convinced about things herself. Because we all are neophytes, we all are students at any given time. Some of us know a little different, know a little more, know a little less, but all of us are students. I said neophyte. All of us are that. Is that person an artist? I don't know, might be. But like nice things, like nice food. It could even be an interesting cook.
And I ain't never tasted none of Cassandra cooking, but I'm willing to bet you Cassandra can cook. Oh, I'm willing to bet you she can. Do you cook? Ram in the Bush, do you cook? She ain't answered yet. But
sometimes I can hit the nail on the head too hard. Some people don't want me. I remember one time I don't do it anymore, so I'm letting people know I don't do this anymore. I used to read cards, tarot cards, and it's not a bad thing. The only reason about a tarot card, once you open certain pathways, you open them up. You have to know what to do and how to close things so they don't happen. And a lot of times people don't want to invest in themselves. Again, this thing about money. When you leave something open, it's like something else. It can happen if you don't take care of certain things. And I said to this gentleman, I was on stage, I was on the radio, and I told him what cards to pick, because how I put the spread down. And he was amazed. And I said, you're going on a trip. That was good. I said, but you don't know who to take. Well, that, of course, when you say radio, the world heard that one. And he said, please stop. Because I guess whoever he was going to take, and didn't want to, whatever the personal relationship was out, right there on Front Street. Right on Front Street. So, I don't do cards, you know, I do numbers. A lot of things I will do, but I always say to people, the things you need to do to clear yourself, to cleanse yourself. And a lot of times people, because of the fact we've been raised in this country and because of what we've been told for so long, generations so long, a lot of us are afraid to do it, won't do it, have their feelings about it. And that's why, you know, I don't try to, you know, change anybody's mind. I don't try to re-indoctrinate anybody. I simply tell them what I know. I'm an Aquarius. And some people might like that, or some people might not. But I always speak about what I know, not what I'm thinking. My Mercury's in Pisces, just like Edgar Casey. Edgar Casey called a sleeping prophet. I don't go to sleep, but I go out there. My mind goes out there in terms of what I see and what I feel and what I'm picking up. But I only tell people what I know. If I don't know anything about it, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to give you some BS line and say, well, you know, when I'm talking to whatever, if I'm doing something, even if when I'm doing spiritual work, if I don't know anything about it, I'm not doing it because I don't know anything about it. But if I know what I'm doing, I'm going to do it. It'll get done. Trust, you can put money on that. You got to, have a program, a weakest link, you can bank on it. You can say bank and bank on it.
Okay. So did anybody else want to come up and speak to Baba Pi Benny? But yeah, she says she can cook and she's an author. That's this person from November 7th. But
what?
She say yes, she can cook.
Because when I say cook, I was going to say to the point where it's real good cooking.
Yeah, that's what she say. She can cook. That's what she say. She's a cook. She can cook. And she said an artist, but she says she's an author.
That's an art.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. She says she's an author. Yes. So yeah, I was agreeing with you. So now we have no more. So let's talk about. I know what the baths do, right? So let's talk about the baths, the importance of the baths. And I know you have told them before where they come from, but we can talk about that again, how they come straight from the motherland and the importance of us. Let's talk about. I want you to explain the importance of us knowing about the things we get from the motherland that can benefit us spiritually, you know, and mentally, and you know, in all ways.
Okay, let me say this. I didn't. To be honest with you, I didn't always get things from the motherland, from Africa. I did. I was taught by people from the Caribbean how to do a lot of things right here, and I did that for years. I still do. But to be true to myself, I met. I don't like the word. I met a few good people from Nigeria. And as I told him the other day, I said, you know, we've known each other for some years now. I said, your products are getting better. He said, thank you, Baba. I said, no, I'm serious. They are getting better and better and better. I didn't say, well, I don't know who's teaching you new things. I'm no insult. You don't insult people. But all I can say is the things that I'm getting now, some things are very specific for specific reasons. Some are to cleanse you, some are to protect you, some are to bring you money. Everybody says perk we say money, but in order to get that, you have to learn to understand. You have to cleanse yourself. So again, you have to do things again and again and again. It's not going to be like a one-night thing. Sometimes they are. Now, Pagara is very fortunate. I reached out and threw the cosmos to Pagara and said, here, period. Maybe because to some degree I thought maybe he wouldn't believe or he would not, but whatever. And I wasn't using him as a guinea pig. I just knew he needed this. I said, here, give me an address. I'm sending you something. And he used it. And Bakari can tell you better than I can tell you what he felt and what has, how can I say, it's come through for him since he's done it. Will everybody get the same? No. Some might get better. Some might have to use it a little bit more. But it works. Why? Because it's touching your aura. I just spoke to a same party who sent me that. Who I personally, he didn't send me anything. He sent it, but I had to buy it. We're very tight, but I have to get things through DHL, and it's a process. Again, the sacrifice to put myself, to put my hard-earned capital to work. And some people might want to put it on clothes. Somebody might want this, that. I've found top of the line when it comes to metaphysical things to get things done. So I said, how much is it, Bobby? He'll tell me, it's okay. Let me get it together, and I'll stick him what he's asking. And I don't know if it's going to work or not. How about that? Let me tell you, just like how you look at me and say, how I know it's going to work. You can be ripping me off. Well, you're putting reputation out there, and you're hoping for repeat. And if it's repeat, that means you have business. What good would it do for anybody to send somebody some junk that don't work? Does everything work for everybody? Everything's going to work different. You got an apple tree, a peach tree, a pear tree, all these different trees, and you water them all the same. Yeah, you give them water. You put fertilizer down here. I go so far as to say this. I sometimes have to sacrifice animals. Sacrifice is the ultimate. And I had a tree, an apple tree, and it wasn't bearing right. And I had some mint. There's something happened to the mint. I took the innards of the belly of a goat and put it all around the apple tree and where the mint, and it grew like nobody's business. And who told me to do it? In my head. What's in my head? Did it have an odor? Well, you have some kind of odor, but I didn't care. I want to get the benefit. So, do I know these things are going to work in the beginning? Nope. Did the gentleman hear me tell him about his birthday? I just told him what I knew and what they were talking to me about in my head. It was like a conversation. He wanted to know how I know about him and his diet. I'm told, and I don't want to seem like I'm so doggone mysterious, that I'm hooked up to the outer limits. I'm a human just like you, but everybody has different, they use the word gifts, but everybody's different. But I've been like this all my life, since I got here. Good. I remember a conversation my mother and grandmother had when I was about 6 months, maybe, because they were still wrapping me in a blanket and setting me on a couch because I didn't have control over my head and my body. I wasn't coordinated to sit there by myself. I remember them propping me up. I fell over and they propped me up again. But my mother said to my grandmother, because my grandmother was laughing and she didn't have teeth, and I can remember this, she was sweet and hard as she was doing this. My mother said, he's got a lot of nerve. He doesn't have any teeth either. And I remember stop. I looked at both of them. They're not here to tell me that that's what they said. They might have forgotten it, but they've been going for a minute. But I'm just saying, everybody's different. That's why I tell people, be careful what you say in front of instance because they can recall. You don't know who's recording and recording what. So be mindful. They're not stupid little people. They might be having a body that's maturing, but they got ears and they have a mind. And then a lot of us have a good memory. So I don't know who's going to be a mother or a father, who's going to be a grandparent. Be mindful what you say around those little people. But anyway, back to myself. I would order certain things and I started to get better things. I said, oh my God. So when I'm telling somebody, like I said to Bakari, I said, I took a pinch out of something that I got for me. Because people in Nigeria don't know about Bakari, but I gave him some. Because when I use it in the morning, or anytime I use this particular soap, if I'm feeling that, like, it kicks in. like somebody who's been drinking coffee. Or I need some coffee in the morning. I need that job or whatever you want to call it. I got this, that, the other. That's how the soap affects me. And when I do certain sacrifices, yes, I said the word, and I mean it, it's to uplift, to knock down negative energy around you, to open up things for you. Does it work? Oh, yeah. The first time that happened to me, I was told to bring X, Y, and Z. And I did like I was told. I didn't know what was going to happen. And the results were unbelievable. But I could do a look. I couldn't do nothing but a side look. It's like you walk into other dimensions, and that's what we do. We cut through different things, different dimensions on the planet Earth, things that you can't see. Maybe you can feel it. Some people sense it. Everybody's different. So, talk about things. Trust me, if I didn't know what I was talking about, I wouldn't waste your time or my time. This time is precious.
So let me ask you a question. Right? Let me ask you a question. So what about the people that don't believe in like other dimensions?
That's their business.
Oh, okay.
It might sound like I don't give a damn, and I'm just saying that's their business. It's another way of saying it. I can't make anybody believe anything. It's like food. Somebody said, taste that, man. Oh, God. I'll give you an example. I don't know how many folks know anything about flan, F-L-A-N. It's a pudding that's made by Spanish people, and everybody makes it different. Well, I was in the city in Queens where I was working some months ago, and a buddy of mine's named Hector. He said, pie. I said, what? He said, man, I got something I want you to taste. I said, okay. He said, it's good. He said, in fact, I'm going to buy it, and you're going to see me, we're going to sit down here and eat it together. It didn't cook like that. It was a Chinese Jamaican restaurant. And I don't know where the man got the recipe from, but he was selling flan. That thing tastes so good it make you want to cry. Make you want to cry. I remember when I went to school in North Carolina back in the day. It's been back in the day. I ain't gonna say what year, but back in the day. I had some vanilla ice cream. That would be homemade. Lord, I have never tasted vanilla ice cream that good since. It was someplace in Georgia. It was time, we call it Jim Crow, we had to go to the back. You couldn't go in the front door, you had to go to the back door. They tell you anything you want out the back door. Well, I was down there then. And he brought back some ice cream. Man, I savored that thing. And I say savored, I took my time eating it. Oh, I never tasted anything so good in all my life. But nobody can tell you unless you do it, unless you try it. So those who don't want to believe, I say, okay. I've seen a lot of people didn't believe, turn around and come back. And I don't sit back and say, I told you so. I say, okay, what can I do for you? How can I help you? And I don't say it with arrogance because I know they don't know. There's no harm in not knowing. There's no harm in not believing. The only person who's going to be affected is you and yours. But once you understand, my thing was I didn't believe. It wasn't that I didn't believe when I was young. I saw my father talk about it. I saw my mother talk about it. And I said, as long as it didn't affect me, why should I bother it? It was that simple. I was aware. I was aware of things at a very early age. But it wasn't something that I was really that interested in that I was going to seek out. Anybody know me? I like animals. I like my fish. I could have been an ichthyologist. I originally wanted to be a veterinarian, ended up being a dog groomer, dog trainer. Tell you about dogs, I understand them, the nature of them, how they act, why they behave a certain way, all of that. Doing what I'm talking to you folks about was really the furthest thing from my mind. It really was.
So how'd you get into it then? So what made you get into it?
To be honest, I was with a lady. children, my mother, the children of my mother, children of my mother, my mother,
Mother of your children.
my children's mother, and her mother. Is what they did to me. Because you see, some people kneel before man. I don't kneel before anybody. I just didn't. I was maybe a bit more cocky. I don't know. I was in my 20s. I was, just being myself. And whatever the hell they did to me had an effect on me. And I was aware. In fact, I said to her, God rest her soul, I said to their mother, I said, I don't know, something's wrong. And she gave me a look because I could feel. A bus passed by me one day, and if I had moved a quarter of an inch or whatever, it missed me by a hair, came flying by. It could have killed me. I didn't succumb to any of those things, so they kept on again and again and again until I was really not feeling. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't looking at none of that. Things just went south on me, everything. And a friend of mine's mother, who's from St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, so all these people now, they're gone. Everybody that I'm talking about now is on the side of it with the ancestors. Said to me, had I ever thought about singing about myself? I said, I knew something was wrong. I can't say that enough. I said, I would like to. I said, I don't know where to go. I don't know who to say. I don't know who to talk to. So she said, I'm going to make a phone call. And she did. And she spoke to a woman, and I spoke to the lady, and we made an appointment. And I went to see her, and she read me. And I'm looking at her like, she went so deep, it didn't even begin to make sense to me. And I was in her room where she did her readings. And I got up for something, and I looked in the mirror for just no particular reason. And the voice came to me and said, and this is what you're supposed to be doing. And me with my smart self, I said, well, I can't help anybody if I can't help myself. But I remember saying these things. It wasn't like I was being flipped with the lip. I was talking to a spirit. I was talking to myself, and I was talking to a spirit. I didn't see anything but myself, but I know what I heard. And after I started taking baths, I looked like I said, an old rusty, dirty piece of garbage. My skin didn't look right. I was messed up. And after this woman, she was an African woman from Trinidad, she gave me bath and bath and bath and bath. I said to her, Mom, I said, you keep giving me all these baths, I'm going to be waterlogged. She said, shut up, you're not going to be waterlogged. And I started to look better and started to feel better. And she got things for me to wear. I mean, it's a process. It's a process. And the people who did what they did, my in-laws, they looked at me and they just kept staring at me, looked at me, because they knew I found something. I found someone. So, it's so vast how when people do something to you, it can disturb your whole everything. You can lose your job, you get sick, people walk away from you. Me, I was so to the point where I couldn't sleep. And I had wished when daytime came, it would turn nights, I'd go to sleep because I was so tired. And when nighttime would come, I would wish to God the sun would shine because I was almost like a zombie. That's why I believe in the baths and what people can do to you. There's a whole bunch of things people can do to you. More than you can even believe. And you can get caught up in it and not even aware unless somebody says something, well, try it. See what happens. A lot of times people say, I don't want this, I don't want to get mixed up in this, I don't believe, or they put it on religion because they're Christian. I have more clients that are Christian than not, because it goes beyond anybody's religion. Religion is something that men get together and call this, that, and the other. It's spiritual things that need to be known. And I was young. I was in my 22, 23, 24. I was very young. Very, very young. But I've outlived my teachers. Now, like I tell people sometimes, I say there's a picture that you need to see on YouTube. It's called Voodoo Mounted by the Gods, and people get turned off. Voodoo, oh my God. You know, it's voodoo. See, people get turned off from the truth because they've been lied to so long. And again, I said before, a lot of my teachers, they let me go because I'm absorbing. And sometimes people don't want you to know more than them. So I went to Nigeria and I met a gentleman, the same one I'm talking about. And we talked and corresponded, what have you. And he sent me something that I asked him for. And he sent it through the mail, regular mail, and he got, well, I got one thing almost 9 months later, and the other thing I never did get it again. So from there, we formed an alliance, so to speak. That's been about a good 7 years now. And like I told him, I said, Papa said, your things are getting better and better and better. And I'll ask him how he knows. What he knows, who's teaching, is none of my business. He'll simply say, it's something I want you to have. And when he said, I used to tease him, I said, well, if you want me to have it, send it to me. Because when you say that to me, I got to buy something. But this products have been getting better and better and better and better. And Picard was a recipient of the better and better and better. That's all I got to say. And like I said, here, and I quoted a price per car. I said, okay. And the next one I have to quote not too much of a price. I try to make it, you know, it's not going to be out of his range. But like I said, I think all over Africa, but I know they've been having Nigeria. They've changed the currency value of the dollar and the naira. You got to spend more dollars for where you didn't have to spend it before like that. Depends upon what it is you're buying.
Oh, okay. Depends on what you buy.
He'd go to the market to get things, and it kept going up. He said, Baba, you got to get this, you got to get this, you got to, because they're going up there, and every time it goes a different price. Certain things are very much needed. I need them. I don't know about anybody else, but I need them. Some people might want to stay in the first grade and be happy as a pig and poop. Some people might want to, you know, continue to go up and up. And everything costs. Everything costs. Everything. And spirit is the money, and people got to live in this and that. What makes people become so greedy? I have no idea. But what I gave Picard was worth money. I said, here, you need this here. Did I see Picard suffering? Did I see him this? Did I see him that? I won't say all that, but I just said I felt in my heart that he needed it. That wasn't wrong. Just like the gentleman said, I said all I said about the number 7. I said, Picard, here, give me your address, I can send this to you. And then when you get it, let me know so I can tell you how to use it. Some things are very simple. Some things are not all. It's what they do. It's the materials that are used. It's the incantations that are said. It's this, that, and the other. And that's how things go.
Okay. Well, we've been on here. Excuse me. We got like 5 more minutes. If anybody have any questions, if anybody want to come up and say anything, thank you, Brother Guy Nollywood Junior Hotel, by the way. I ain't even speak to you. What's up, Hugh there?
Listen, let me say this. I don't know how many people are near the Atlantic Ocean. Well, it doesn't matter what you're, because everybody, there's more than the East Coast here. Somebody from California might be listening. Somebody in Hawaii might be listening. But what you can do for Yamaja, see, there's certain sacrifices that I'll tell people, you can do that. You know, you don't need me to do certain things, and certain things you would need me to because I'm initiated to do. But if you're near the ocean, take some flowers. She's a woman, and she likes flowers. All women basically like flowers. Can you take all kinds? Flowers, rose, this, that, flowers. And say what you want. Ask her for what you want. And throw about 3 to 7 quarters, 25-cent pieces. And after you do that, you're going to offer some flowers, throw the flowers on the ocean, and see what happens. You're going to have to pay for something. You can't, anybody, you go there and look at the water and say what you want and walk away, things going to happen. You always have to give something to someone somewhere. Period. I'm here giving out information. You say, you're giving out for nothing, fine. Some folks are going to say, well, what you got? What you got, man? What you got? What you got? Some folks might not say anything, but the information at least has gotten out. You know, I'm not going to disrespect anybody. So I'm a speaker. You got to pay me so and so and so and so and so. I'm worth this, that, and the other. Am I? Yeah. But the fact remains, you come, and the fact you want to learn, it's not taking anything from me. Taking it out from me, but you know, it's not a fake deal. Something enlightening. Somebody's going to. I'm going to help somebody, if not everybody. And whoever those people, they're going to tell what I said to. They're going to come. They're going to listen to Pagari's channel. It can go on and on and on. Before you know, there's a whole bunch of people listening. People want to know. Well, everybody that listens, are they right? Righteous or good? No. Nope. 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 But there's going to be a whole lot of others. A lot of people are going to, that are going to be able to be helped. And those who are no good, they'll get. Or the mother find something for them to do. We'll find something for them to do. Oh, you come to listen to this man who's selling you good things, and you're gonna think you're gonna do X, Y, and Z. I went to where ago? I went to New Mexico, and the same woman who started the ball bouncing with me for no reason at all. And this is God's truth. I went to New Mexico to see my children. Now, I don't know what she had planned to do to me. I really don't know. All I know, before I got there, she was washing the floor, so I'm told. Because when I saw her, she laid up in the bed. If she broke her ankle or leg or whatever, snapped, cracked, and popped, and the bone went through her skin. And she had to go to the hospital and tell them they had an operation to fuse her ankle and her leg together. Therefore, she was never walking the same again. And I had nothing to do with it. I was just coming to see my children. So whatever she had planned, turned around and visit her real quick. So a lot of things I don't really worry about. A lot of things I'm very naive to, be honest with you. Because sometimes they can lay a snare, whatever. I used to say, if you're going to dig a hole, dig two, one for you and one for me. And you need to be in a spot too. So if you're going to be doing stuff, I started to say something else. If you're going to be doing stuff, make sure you make room for yourself. You got something you're going to do for me? Do it for yourself too. Have room for you too. So, when we come to talking to you guys.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, because I don't mind talking to you guys because everybody needs to know. Everybody should know something. Hear something. But of course, the product, you can say, well, how much this, that, and everything. I said, okay, it's cost so and so and so. And the shipping and handling, and so, damn, you sound like you're being very commercializing stuff. I said, no, it's how I get it. That's how you got to get it. Ain't nothing free. And I'm not saying that to be a smart ass. I'm really not, but it's good stuff. It really is. Like I said, when I take my bath, sometimes I wait too long. And by the time I get to it, I feel like the person need coffee. I need some coffee. I need this, that, in the morning. Because when you wake up in the morning, you're really coming from another zone. You're coming from somewhere else. And you need a little. When I was away at school, I used to take a shower every morning that's all we did. Take our shower, and I was good. But as you say, you get grown, you get off track, and you do it the way you want to do it. You don't do the first thing. But as soon as I take that bath, take my shower, and I scrub down with this particular soap and what have you, man, I feel like $1 million. I feel good. It's good for the rest of the day. So good. Why you guys do it so often? I just got finished saying. Every day you wake up, you're gonna have to do something. That's one of the some things that I do.
That's one. Okay, I got you. That's one of the some things you do. It's your bath.
Yeah. There's some things that I do. I mean, I could say a whole lot of some things that people do. You know, and I'm gonna give you folks one more good free tidbit of something. I gave it to you before, but for those who are listening new, or for those who need me to repeat it, in your bedroom, if you have a mirror covered with a sheet, period, leave it covered or take it out, because the mirror is a portal from things that come from God knows where. It's a portal. Okay? And things can come to bother you. And if you're married, they can disturb your marriage. You'll be walking different directions and don't know why. A lot of times things happen and you don't know why. Don't pick up coins off the ground either. There's a whole lot of things that do's and don'ts that I know you should not do or should do. But today I'm hit the mirror. I don't know how many of y'all remember Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and thought it was craziness and a bunch of SHIT. He said, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the best of them all? That was the witch. The witch said, and the mirror said, Snow White, Snow White, Snow White. It entertained us as children. I don't entertain me, but that was truth. Just like water. I was talking to somebody in Rwanda today, and we were talking about looking up at the eclipse. He said, last time that it happened, they didn't look at the moon. I mean, they looked up because they knew it would hurt guys. What do? They got a thing of water and looked into the water and saw it happen. I said, I'll be there. Y'all can think people in Africa don't know nothing. I want to say I got news for all y'all.
Well, you know, we don't think that over here.
You better not. I was gonna say for every last ass who's thinking or listening, trust me when I tell you, as Gomer Pyle used to say on the Andy Griffith show, surprise, surprise, surprise. You would be surprised. I go to Africa every day, and I go there to learn. This conversation I come out with you guys, and you'll learn from me. Every day I put life into my body, I'm over there too. Every day. Not once a day, sometimes twice a day, depending upon what I got to talk about. And I don't have to look hard. They say, brother, okay, fine, so-and-so, okay. I'll ask a question. And if I'm not sure, if I say, like I'll say, okay, I need something, do something. No, you do it like this, you do it like that. And I said, okay, I got it like that. I said, but I won't forget. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well,
they're very smart over there.
Yes, they are. Well, I thank everybody for tuning in. We'll be back again this week. I don't know if Forecast and Cassandra going on Wednesday or not. They go on Wednesday, so I've been changing to Thursday. But we will be back Wednesday or Thursday when Forecast let me know what day they going. I'm gonna schedule it, put it out, so more people can come and listen and learn from the Bible about Ephah and about African spirituality.
I'm more than happy to explain. And even sometimes I might repeat myself. I'm gonna tell you, every time I hear a story, you hear the story, it might start off the same, once upon a time, but invariably, it takes another turn. I used to have a priest talk to me. He would start talking, and it started off sounding the same thing, and invariably, it'd always be another twist in the road. I'd always learn something different because we go off, not on another tangent, but that road will go somewhere else. But once upon a time, he wouldn't start off like that. I'm simply saying. And for little kids, that story would start once upon a time. So when you hear once upon a time, you can go anywhere. That's what sometimes I gotta pull myself back. We were talking about X, Y, and Z. The spirit will take me in another direction. Now we were talking about this. But anyway, everybody have a good evening, Bakari. Keep in touch with me.
All right.
And everybody have a good evening. I forgot to do the Majuba, but
go ahead, do it before we go.
Let me close with Majuba. Majuba Ifa, Majuba Odeme, Majuba Arumila, Majuba Olofia, Majuba all our ancestors, Majuba all those that have passed away, and Majuba on the day. May we have prosperity and good fortune, success and happiness. May all the infirmities, all the illnesses that we have, our bodies will find a way to cure or straighten it or flush it out. Okay, may we have nothing but prosperity and good fortune and good thoughts. Until I talk to you guys again, have a good one. Be well now. Udaro.
All right. Oh, peace out, Pop. Look, man, I thank everybody for coming through, joining me on this Sunday evening, man, to listen to the Bible. This one we supposed to do during the week, but I couldn't, have technical difficulties. But we will be back next Thursday. So after our matron do her reading, y'all go check out our matron. She does great reading. Go check out some of the stuff she got up on her channel, our matron, and listen to her do the reading of these books, things that we need to learn. Check out the Building Medicine podcast on Saturdays from 8 to 11. Check out Forecast, Ram in the Bush. You know, check out Guy Nollywood Jr. whenever he decides to do it. So he don't mess around with YouTube too much no more. He every now and then, but check him out whenever he decides to do a live. And once again, I'm glad y'all here checking out me, your man, your homie, Bakari, brother Bakari. Peace and one love. Remember, be black, buy black, think black, love black. Everything else will take care of itself. Peace and one love.